I I didn't want to get you that scary feeling of, oh crap, what'd he do when I make a video? I definitely didn't want. I was like, no, I don't want that. Maybe it came off. Maybe the thumbnail where I put wait what and I'm looking at you. Maybe that's what it was. But um,
Yeah, well, I think it's because I have PTSD because anytime someone makes a video about me, it's normally negative. I think that's just my own bias. So I think but that's getting better over time. Like I feel like now people that make videos about me are generally more positive or kind of more neutral. But for a while there, it was like pretty much only negative. And so I
yeah,
was like, okay, what do we do now? But I was glad to see it was different.
yeah, I don't want you to feel like that. The whole point of my video is mainly just to like you're the info, or I mean you're the entertainment with a little info, and I notice a lot of people not a little info, you have info, but I'm more so info and then a little bit entertainment. So I just try to complement a little bit because you can only go so
Yeah.
much before. I mean you could stay on one tip for like 4 minutes, 3 4 minutes, and you give everybody all the information, but then they're out of it. They don't even want to see the next six. So I see how you jump
Yeah.
more, and I just kind of did the same thing, but flipped it where I talked a little bit more info with a little bit of entertainment. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't dog anybody or anything like that. I don't think it's
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah. No, I think you did a really good job, even on the crash videos where someone like very clearly did something wrong or silly. Like you're pretty nice to them. You're pretty forgiving of what they've done, like which I think is great. Like there's no need to like bully someone on the internet for something silly they did. You know.
And that really comes with the influence.
There was one video I saw where the dude like I think he crashed and then like he got on top of the car and like kicked the windscreen. Right? I think I saw that one. I was
Yeah.
like, what is this guy doing? And he was wearing like the Yeezys as well. I was like, there's so much wrong in this video, man.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Wow, bro.
I covered that in a live stream, and I decided to make an actual video of it. And I knew already from the
Yeah.
live stream it was going to get copyright claim from like Viral Hog or something. So I
Oh,
talked
wow.
about it. But man, yeah, he kicks the windshield. It's right in front of a police station. He's wearing Yeezys. He just got the boot off his bike.
Unbelievable.
That to me, it's like I could totally crap on this guy, but
It's amazing you didn't.
people
I
are
was
pissed.
Watching and I was like, dude, how is he so forgiving? Like, wow, like you're on like some Zen level, like master. I was like, wow, he's so nice to this guy. I thought it was great.
I
Yeah.
try, and it goes back to those comments. Like I don't like that one
Yeah.
bad comment. Why would I make a video? And then on top of that, I actually had to delete a few videos because my first few, because I didn't put in the description where the original link was. I didn't put originally a disclaimer saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be checking your comments on this video. If you say anything derogatory, I'm gonna remove you from my channel." But I had people
Yeah.
going to their channel saying bad things and then saying that they're from here, from my channel. So then
Yeah.
they email me saying, "Hey, I'm going to copyright strike you if you don't take this down," because of that.
Yeah.
So there is that influence that we have on our viewers. Whether
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I want to influence them to be nice, but then you still have those people that do what they want to do, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I try to tell people so much where it's like, hey, well, first of all, I try to not link to anybody that I'm not promoting a positive message about because it's like you said, for some reason, a lot of people's gut reaction is to like go to the content and kind of just start saying really nasty things, which is really unfortunate. And I never want that to happen. So you got to be careful.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're being mindful of that.
Yeah, and with the whole Zen thing, I guess it's from the comment thing, but then it's also from the firefighting. It's the whole after action report review, and we would actually
Mm.
watch firefighters fall through roofs, and then from that footage that 3 of them died, and the other one
Oh,
got severely burned.
shit.
So we'd watch it and be like, okay, why did this roof collapse? What was the scenario? What was the setting? It was 10 minutes after the fire started, so it's already in the attic. So it's tile roof. They were standing, all 3, 4 of them were in one spot. So you learn from it, and then new policies, new standards come from that. So that's what I'm trying to bring to my audience is like, hey, we're watching these people crash. It's first person view sometimes, so it's actually you can kind of relate to it. And this is why it crashed. And let's take away the fact they're doing a wheelie. Let's grab what that they lost traction. So why did they lose traction? Here's how traction works.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I took from my fire and EMS background. And a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people want to. It's the whole culture of those big channels of the crash compilations of let's talk crap about these people and
Yeah.
laugh at them. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. So
Yeah, I feel like that's the easy way out. You know, it's the easy thing is to just pull up something and just make fun of it and just rip someone apart. It's much more difficult to be positive and to try to pull something positive out of that video. So I think you're doing a great job with that.
Yeah.
Thanks. And at the end of the day, it's like your reputation too. So I mean, I'm sure you don't want to be known for that. Like if you started ripping on people with top 10, top 5 lists of crappy drivers and why they're crappy, then you'll be known for that. And
Yeah.
your community that you've built up is just going to be like, all right, I'm not here for that. And then now you have this
Yeah.
toxic community that supports you. It's like, so I that's why I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing with the entertainment and info and focusing only on specific topics that will help somebody in some way and not take away from somebody. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like that. That's why I've been supportive since August 28th, 2016 at 7:24 p.m. or a.m. That's when I sent that email. That's cool. That's cool.
Well, let me ask you this: what like besides the kind of crash review content, what else are you kind of thinking about making?
20.
Kind
I
of
mean, I'm sure 2020 for you has like this nice list of ideas that you want to push out, and I kind of want to do the same. I do take cues from different YouTubers and especially you, because I've asked about your website and all that stuff. I'm actually in the process of building a website, motorcycle training concepts, and my main thing there is like, what is it that other people aren't doing that I think would benefit riders, and I want to develop e-courses for them, relatively inexpensive compared to like crazy classes for $300, but I wanted to. That's something that they can use, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You just keep rotating your ideas and finding different ways to deliver them. But that and
man, you know what'd be super crazy is if you could figure out a way to make like some sort of like app-based motorcycle training thing that's like a supplement to like the MSF or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing's ever going to replace, someone being there in person and teaching you. But if you could get someone to like, hey, put up your phone in this location and like make a quick little video of you doing like a U-turn, and then like you'll get reviewed by someone. It's obviously it doesn't scale very well. It's a little labor intensive, but I think if you could maybe figure out some way for that to be powered by a machine would be cool. I think that would be super, super cool.
Or just make it to where it doesn't scale very well, but then make it very exclusive, I guess, where you just only bring in 10 people for a 6-week training session. I've thought of that from my personal training background. So before I started making YouTube videos on motorcycling, I was actually a power lifter and was a personal trainer.
Shit, cool.
So I see from the fitness industry on Instagram, how they are creating workout plans and these apps. So that's something that I thought about. I definitely don't have the expertise, so this is where hiring somebody with it would be beneficial.
Yeah.
I just got a VR headset, and while I'm doing the Beat Saber thing, it sounds weird, but I'm relating it back to motorcycling. The farther you see ahead, the better reaction time you have. So I'm thinking to myself, man, is there something that I could can I make a VR game where somebody's on a motorcycle and then just
you really
have shit
could.
pop
I've actually
up?
Played that Beat Saber game, and if I remember correctly, you have like the two little batons, two little VR headsets. You could easily just flip those, and then boom, that's the throttle, that's your other handlebar, and it could be like someone's primer into motorcycling. So if you can figure that out, that would be sick.
With directional sound. So I mean, like you're coming up to a stoplight, you hear some screeching behind you with the directional sound. You can you kind of do this, and yeah, I have all these different ideas. Definitely don't have all the resources for them, but I completely agree with you. You can't replace in-person physical kinesthetic touch of a motorcycle and riding. So everything I do is to complement that. And I have to deal with copyright issues and stuff because I am an MSF rider coach. So I can't take their stuff and make content, especially for my website and all that. So I have to figure out how I'm doing things. But yeah, I definitely for 2020 I want to just go back to being an influencer. I guess that's a disgusting word. I think sometimes.
Oh, it's such a bad word, isn't it?
I prefer content creator, and
me too.
with a following, I guess. But I want to focus back on that because I think I strayed away a little bit too much and wanted to be more of an instructor, and I want to go back to being a personality because I feel like there's that disconnect. But yeah, so this year I'm going to be doing that. I'm focusing on just the community itself. I don't care about any of the other stuff now.
I think a lot of people are kind of getting to that point. I actually watched Chase on Two Wheels, like 2019 year in review video, or like he calls it like his radio silence. He'll put out a video and then be like, oh, I'm going to go away for a little bit. And he was talking about that too. He's like, I felt like, you know, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm paraphrasing from the video. He was like, I feel like I spent a lot of time this year worrying about numbers and the shows and the giveaways and all that stuff we're working on. I feel like I didn't put enough of myself into this. And he was like, for 2020, I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy myself and make content. And I like really resonated with that. I was like, dude, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I just want to, you know, put out content that I feel proud about and have fun again. Not to say that I haven't been having fun. I've been having a lot of fun, but I feel like when it comes to the videos, we've been like really kind of trying to make them as, you know, big as possible, as many views as possible. And I think that injecting more of that fun and energy back into it will yield better results for the audience.
They see that. They definitely see that. They know that you're having fun, and then they're having fun with it. And I've noticed that with some of my videos where I try something new. I'm constantly trying something new on delivery and topic. And if it's a topic that I'm like, oh, I'm okay at it, and I'll do it, and I see how it's not working as well. Less comments, you know, maybe the same amount of views, but the engagement's different, and then it dies after 2-3 days compared to the evergreen content.
Yeah.
Back to Chase on Two Wheels, man. There's some old school, I guess old school, like moto vloggers that are still around. But then I kind of look around, and I'm like, the people that I used to watch are just gone. And I'm like, how do I have more views than these guys when they've been around this? It baffles me a little bit. And I think that's why I really like the fact you got a team, because it's not just I'm doing this, and then if I burn out, then my channel's dead. Like, if you're just like, I'm going to take a 2-week vacation and feel okay about it because I have a team that's setting things up for me, I honestly think that's how you survive.
Absolutely. It is fascinating, though, to your point. There's like a lot of guys that used to like do the motovlog stuff and just, you know, I don't really like, personally, I don't know why they're completely gone.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
There's probably like a lot of reasons behind it, and I'm sure if we dug in, we could probably figure it out. But I think, like, just to kind of, you know, armchair speculation here, I really think that it's like maybe the audience just outgrew the content they were making, and they kept making the same stuff over and over again. And then, you know, people are like, well, I've kind of seen you do this. It's time to move on. And also, to your point about the evergreen content, I'm really glad you brought that up, because that's something that I'm always thinking about, where I'm like, the video we're putting out, you know, is this going to get views a year from now, 2 years from now? Or is it just going to be a flash in the pan? Because for me, it's so much more beneficial to put out a video that, you know, maybe it gets, you know, 30, 40,000 views in the first week, but is going to accumulate views over a lifetime.
Yeah.
I think
that's where your videos do really well, because, like, you know, motorcycle safety is never going to go out of style. It's never, if someone's interested in that, they're always going to check it out, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm going back to some more of the not list videos, but the tip videos, and then doing a few of the after action reviews every week. Because I did notice, I mean, I experimented with it. It's like I got a lot of views doing it 5 days a week. But then I'd look back at the videos and it's like, well, they're dead now. It's just that one interest of that day. And I do agree with the evergreen stuff. It's like, that's your foundation. And then now you can add in some fun stuff that you know is not going to do very well, but it's the community really wanted you to do it. But then you're okay because you have, you know, a video from 2 years ago still getting like 30 views a day or an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed people just kind of die out, and I agree with the people get tired of it. That's kind of where I was talking about with the crash videos. They got tired of it, seeing it every day. So now it's okay to see it every so often, but then let's move on and rotate how we do things. And for some reason, tip or list videos, they've stayed. They're constantly good. Like
Dude, yeah, I don't know what it is about ranking things in numerical fashion, but it just seems to really work. And it's just, we just keep making them because people watch them, you know?
That's the thing, is like you found it. Like I don't think it's ever really died since you started doing it. And there's been like
not really
20 different things I've tried that each one's died every quarter. And I have to keep trying new things. So now I'm going back. I mean, I've done 3 years worth of 20 different things. Now it's like, okay, now let's go back to the first one I tried, and like that one works now again. You know, so it's like almost I have a 3-year plan of just constantly going back and forth, using what works.
Yeah. Are you allowed to film whenever you do the MSF classes or the rider courses, or no?
I can film. So I work with riders on MTC down here in Tucson, and I'm friends with the owners, and they're like, go film, do it. Come over here when we're teaching and film. I think that where it gets a little sketchy is that if I utilize or I film verbatim stuff, the MSF has in their range cards or in class. So I mean, I can take snippets, but I'm currently working with or engaged with some of the people higher up in the MSF, seeing what I could do. I'm trying, man. I'm finding where my niche lies, and I think diving into that influencer, and that's what they want to call us, but really diving into, this is my audience. I do have some type of respect when it comes to my voice, and how do I use that? And I want to use that for good. So I think they recognize that. Progressive and all of them recognize it.
No, I think you got to keep experimenting with it. I'm glad to see that you keep trying new stuff. I think the crash review videos have been, correct me if I'm wrong, like one of the most successful things that you've put on the channel, right? Like I've sseen you racking up some good views from those.
Yeah, it went from, and then it came back down just because people got tired of it. But yeah, it doubled. Yeah. It almost tripled my views, and that's good because that means there's more eyes on a safety topic, and that's all I cared about. So, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe if you do them like maybe once or twice a week, that's kind of the golden ratio for it or something like that. But those have been some of the best for me that you've put out, honestly. Like I really like those. Yeah.
Cool. I'm trying to figure out how to make them work, and it seems like they're working. So I'll keep doing it. Yeah.